My name is Emily Peña. I'm a junior setter on the volleyball team. I'm from Canyon Lake, Texas. I first started playing when I was a freshman. I'd made the shift from playing soccer for 9 years and then decided ultimately whenever I moved out to Canyon Lake that I wanted to kind of be my own person. I played for my mom. She had played in college in San Antonio, and so I decided to kind of play for her and want to be like her. Ultimately got to high school and decided to be my own person. I was on JV my freshman year and everyone thought it was just because of my dad. My dad was our athletic trainer. I moved up to varsity my sophomore year and I played a decent amount, but I was kind of a mental basket case and I ended up crying myself onto the bench a lot of the time. And junior and senior year, I played a lot more. We went 0-10 my junior year, and then my senior year we went 2-10. So we weren't really making the playoffs, but it's okay because I still had fun. I think just the fact that I was becoming my own person at the exact same time that I was continuing to play. I had offers to go play college soccer, a couple D1s and a couple of D3s here and there. My junior year was whenever that was kind of the battle in my brain. But I knew that ultimately playing volleyball was where my heart was at, and it's where I felt like the Lord was leading me. And the fact that I'm not called to be who my mom was or who my dad was, I'm called to be myself. Picking ECU kind of started whenever our old coach DM'd me on Twitter and said, "Hey, do you know how to run tempo?" And I said, "Yeah." I didn't know how to run tempo. I'd never run tempo in my entire life, but anything for the scholarship, I guess. Ended up in Oklahoma. She forgot my name whenever I texted her the next day, actually, and practiced. Was afraid that I wasn't gonna like it. And then I turned the corner from the library and I saw the campus for the first time. And there's a very surreal feeling whenever you feel just the presence of the Lord saying yes. And that's exactly what I felt. 2 weeks later, I committed in November of 2019. Freshman year was kind of difficult. We had just gotten our new coach in March of, 23, I guess. And I think everybody goes into college thinking they're going to be the big shot, whether you wanted to admit it or not. And I think throughout the entire time I was like, no, I'm not going to be the big shot. I understand. And whenever I sat the bench for the first time, it hurt my ego a little bit. Was kind of a brat, still was new in my faith of learning how to actually play for the Lord. And I said I was playing, but I never really understood what it meant. And then sophomore year, I fell through a really big rabbit hole. I went through a really hard time with anxiety and depression. I lost at least 20 pounds, I think, because I developed an eating disorder. Cried a lot, but when do I not? And then kind of switching into my junior year, the spring coming in, I wanted to use it as a time to prove myself in a way, but also just learn how to play like myself again, like I used to in high school, and that's what got me recruited in the first place. I put on the muscle again. It was a really, really hard process and it was painful, but I'm here again. Junior year, I was not expecting to play at all. I think if you're kind of playing throughout that spring, you would think that you are. And so I wanted to come into it as humble as possible. I took the summer to really strengthen my faith, and I think that really showed whenever I got back. Wasn't expecting to play at all, and then first tournament back, I was running a 5-1. Kind of battled some injuries here and there, but ended up being okay. We made the conference tournament and ran a 5-1 there, and I also got honorable mention all GAC. So everything works out for a reason.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.